Right then, boys, welcome back to another Roland Reacts. Today we're going to be looking at the 10 best UK hikes by Alex Travels. I'm looking forward to this because, as you know, I am enjoying the travelling at the moment. And obviously we had the Switzerland video. If you've not seen that, go give it a watch. But we've also got another travel video coming out very, very soon. So I want to do a few more hikes, so what better way than to find out from Alex Travels himself. So without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Dreaming of epic hikes and breathtaking views? Then join me in this video as I'll be looking through some of the best hiking trails that the English countryside has to offer, from the wide open spaces of Northumberland all the way down to the dramatic coastlines of Cornwall. So let's begin right in the north, in Northumberland, where in the midst of all the empty space sits a very old wall. I'm talking about Hadrian's Wall.
Now, Hadrian's Wall, I believe that I have done a school trip when I was a hell of a lot younger. It was like sort of like a Roman school trip out, and I recognise the wall. Now it's quite a long wall, so I might not have been to this exact bit, but I recognise the style of the wall. I know a lot of farms have stuff like this, but farm rocks are usually smaller than Hadrian's Wall, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments, and I apologise. But this is definitely one to do because this is in the north, and as a northern boy, makes sense for me to do it.
Of course. And this ancient Roman fortification was built to secure the empire's northwestern border. It stretches for 84 miles across northern England and was built around 122 AD. Today, only the foundations remain. That doesn't make the hike along it any less impressive, however. As you follow this wall, you'll stumble across mile castles, stunning natural terrain, and if you walk the very same 3-mile stretch that we did, you will end up at Halstead's Fort, which is Britain's most complete Roman fort.
Worth a visit.
And whilst looking through this old footage, which I captured back in 2021, I realised I captured a still complete Sycamore Gap, with the mighty tree still soaring high above it.
Just from this scene here, is this the tree that some people cut down? Because I remember seeing like an exact frame like this on the news. So is this the tree that is no longer, forgive me, erect?
Now let's directly contrast Northumberland now by heading right down to the south into Devon and Cornwall, because there sits the Southwest Coast Path. It offers stunning views of the ocean the entire way, and it is a long way, being over 630 miles long. You can do it all if you like, but do expect it to take around 2 months to complete.
Yes, we don't have time for that. It's a bit further away from me as well. So this one, I can fly places in the same amount of time it'd take me to drive there. So I'd have a much better view somewhere else if I drove somewhere else. If I flew somewhere else instead of driving to Cornwall or Devon, I would have a better view than what I would here. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Which I believe is the average. But as is the case for most of us, we probably won't be doing that. We'll be doing quite a few small sections of this coast path, but it has so much to offer. For example, maybe Kynance Cove to Lizard Point to see some of the best of Cornwall's dramatic coastlines, or maybe the St Agnes Heritage Coast with all of its industrial mining history. You'll pass through picturesque harbour towns, forgotten ruins, rugged nature, and lots
of wildlife.
Trust me, seals will become your new best friend as you walk many of the different coastlines.
Seals are the dogs of the sea. And all that.
Along this trail. A short hop over to Dorset now, and we arrive at Durdle Door, a slightly smaller, more doable hike next, because this one will only take you a couple of hours at most. And it begins at Durdle Door, which was estimated to be formed around 1,000 years ago. I often, in fact, wonder how long the arch will remain until it finally collapses from the constant erosion from the sea. Stuff like this really makes me think about how everything is constantly changing, and therefore...
You actually forget that we have beaches like that in the UK. Because where I am, it's just like pebbles and brown water because of the Humber, which is an awful coloured river. It's very, very, very brown, not very nice.
How unique something so seemingly eternal really is. Anyway, from Durdle Door, walk along the coast towards Lulworth Cove, and it will take you through yet more of some of the best coastlines England has to offer. A really, really pleasant summer hike.
Looks very peaceful.
Next up, we're sticking along the coastlines, but we're heading over to Kent now, to the iconic Cliffs of Dover. These white cliffs are truly a symbol of England, and hiking along these cliff tops offers stunning views of the English Channel, and
as long as you don't fall off them,
and even over to France on a clear day. For a hidden gem whilst here, make sure to traverse the steep cliffs down into Langdon Bay, where you can find the forgotten remains of an old ship that beached here due to a fire, I believe. There's not much left of the ship today, just a rusty shell in the exact place where it settled on this rocky beach, completely forgotten to time. I always get so excited when we go near Dover in general, because it reminds me so much of our European road trips that always began and ended right here in Dover Port. We went through France,
I've been there quite a few
Italy,
times.
Germany, Belgium, and much more. And if you do want to see more from both the UK and Europe, please do feel free to click that subscribe button.
Yes, click the subscribe button down below, as it helps. I have more travel videos coming in the very near future, and a few different ones as well, a few different concepts that I'm going to throw out there, which should be very entertaining, in my opinion. But obviously, I'm slightly biased.
But back to the video, and let's head over to Norfolk now. The Norfolk coastal path is a much quieter beauty than many of the coastlines in England. And although it is much less popular than that of Cornwall and the other locations in this video, you'll pass so many things, such as ancient Roman architecture, so many beautiful windmills, some like the forgotten Brograve Mill, and others like the iconic Horsey wind pump. There are also many wonderful birdwatching and seal spotting opportunities in Norfolk, so make sure you don't forget your binoculars if you do this trek. Next, let's stick with a more relaxed hike on a little picturesque trail called the Cotswold Way. This trail winds its way through the heart of the Cotswolds for around 100 miles, passing through charming...
I know this is a bit of a sick thought, but I absolutely love a lamb roast. I don't know why, but looking at the lambs reminded me. Sorry for you vegans.
Villages and rolling hills. And depending which direction you decide to walk, either starts or ends in the wonderful city of Bath. A couple of years ago, I actually began this trail trying to see how much I could hike within one day. I actually managed just over 20 miles of it.
Not bad.
On the way, passing by Broadway Tower and this ancient Long Barrow. Hiking a trail like this allows you to find so many things.
See, the thing is for me, is like with hikes in the UK, what I think is like, I've done worse ones already, in my opinion. Like, Snowdon is seemed as quite high, but it's only, I think it's 1,085 meters, whereas like in the video that's coming up, it's 1,800 meters. So I feel like I've already conquered like quite a bit. So the hikes here shouldn't be as bad in theory, but I suppose we'll find out. I mean, we bloody will.
That you wouldn't even have considered visiting before, and that's why I would thoroughly recommend it. Now, if you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll know we love a good mountain climb. So these next two,
I can back that.
They are mountains. The first one is not too much of a difficult hike though, considering the incredible view you get from the top.
Ingleborough.
This is Ingleborough. It's one of the Yorkshire Dales' famous 3 peaks, and from the top you can see for miles in every direction, including
I already have something planned for the 3 peaks.
All the way over to the famous Ribblehead Viaduct below.
Beautiful.
The reason the view is so incredible from this mountain is because it has a unique flat top that actually looks quite unnatural, and it may well be.
I feel like I've been up there as well. Many moons ago. That might have been with a school trip as well. I can't remember.
Because there once were Iron Age and Bronze Age settlements at
Or scouts. It was one of the two.
the top of this mountain. Next up, it's the big one. The tallest mountain in England, and
Ben
that is
Nevis.
Scafell Pike.
No. See, this looks like a bit
Now,
more
this
my
one
style.
is a tough climb, but it's a must-do for any serious hiker. The hill is constant, and your legs will be relentlessly pummeled as you go up.
Yeah.
The views from the summit, though, are incredible. Even in the cloudy, freezing cold weather in the middle of winter when we did it, as the clouds whip past, there would be the
Tough
occasional
choice
gap
of
that allowed
time
us
to do
look
it.
down into the mountainous landscapes of the Lake District, well below us. Now, slightly less strenuous than Scafell Pike, but no less stunning, is Mam Tor in the Peak District. Mam Tor offers breathtaking panoramic views of the Edale Valley and the village of Castleton below. It's a relatively long hike, especially if you extend it, like I would really suggest you do, to go via the crashing cliffs of Winnet's Pass. But my
see,
granddad did manage to climb this
that's
one
more
last
like it.
year, and he's 84, so if he can do it, I'm sure you can do it too.
I'm on the top of Mentor.
How's it feel?
Great.
And one final stop now, and what better than going full circle back to where we started in Northumberland.
The coast
The
path.
Northumberland coastal path spans over 60 miles, and you'll see landscapes that truly don't feel like you're in England. The only reminder that you are in fact still in England is the many castles that line the beaches behind you.
See, for me, right, I don't know, the flat walks don't seem as interesting. Like, they're not as much of a challenge, whereas I like to really try and push myself. So doing something like that probably wouldn't seem as fun to me personally or as much of a challenge as like the mountains, because it's just a constant climb, it's constant strain on your legs and stuff, so it feels a bit more of an achievement when you get to the peak, because ultimately there's an end goal, whereas if you're just on a flat path, you're just walking and then you think, right, well, I've walked this far now, I've just got to turn back and head back to the car. Whereas when you're climbing a mountain, you've sort of got an end point that's actually an achievement instead of a flat walk, if you get what I mean. Let me know which sort of hikes you prefer down in the comments though. But as you know, as I've just said numerous times, I'm more of a mountain hiker. I prefer that massively.
My favourite is this one, which I haven't actually mentioned in many videos, but it's something that I haven't forgotten even after visiting it way back in 2021. And the castle was built in the 14th century by Thomas, Earl of Lancaster, who had a turbulent relationship with King Edward II at the time, and he built this castle as a show of power and defiance to the king. And with that one, that summarizes the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really...
That's the last one then. Some interesting hikes on there for sure. Definitely going to have to give a few of those a visit. There's a few of the flat ones or flatter ones that look like they've got some really nice scenery, so I wouldn't mind going to do those and going against everything that I've just said. But the ones that I will definitely do are your ones like Mantor and obviously the highest, like the Three Peaks Trail, and then obviously standard ones like Ben Nevis, Snowdon, and t'other one that I can't remember the name of. But I'll definitely be giving them a visit. But thanks for watching. I've been Harry Rowland. This has been Roland Reacts, and I will catch you on the next one. Stay tuned because there's a very big video coming very, very soon. Peace!